Hello everyone, my name is Nupurkar and today we are going to start lecture on management. As we all know that management is an important part and uh, so we will discuss about all the aspects of principle of management, and this is the introduction. This is the introduction to management. So here we will discuss all the concept, all the important aspect of the management. So let's start. The content of this lecture will be need for management, who are managers, managerial levels, what is management, what managers do. It means that all the functions, roles, and skills of the managers. How managers' job is changing from traditional management to contemporary management, and where managers work, organization. So we will also discuss about the organization part, and at the end we will discuss about why study management. Why do you study management? What is the universality of this? What is the application of this? So these all are the content of this lecture. So now the what we'll gain at the end, learning out objectives means that what we gain from this lecture. So first we will see the contemporary business situation and need for management. Right. So how management is different from the traditional view, and what the management is now in the contemporary time. Now the nature and purpose of management. What are the natures? What are the purposes of management? And concept of efficiency and effectiveness, that is very important aspect of management. So we will also discuss about this. Now the managers functions, classification, roles, and skills. Right, what are the functions of manager, how managers are classified in different forms, what are their roles, and what are the skills needed to be a managers. So this all we discuss in this lecture. Value of studying management. So why should we study management? What is the importance of management, and what is the idea behind of studying management as a subject in a college? So these all are the aspects that we are going to cover in this lecture. So these are the learning objectives of this lecture. Now we will come to this learning outcome. Learning outcomes means that at the end of the lecture, what are the outcomes of this lecture? What are you going to take home after attending this lecture? Like, who are managers? The first thing is explain how managers differ from non-managerial employees, describe how to classify managers in organization, what is management, define management, explain why efficiency and effectiveness are important to management, what do managers do, and describe all the four functions of management, explain Milchberg's managerial roles, describe Carr's three essential manager skills. So these all are the things that is a part of this lecture. So let's start with role of management as a traditional versus contemporary business environment. Now we will discuss about this, how will the traditional management environment and how it is different from the contemporary business environment. So we all know that earlier businesses operated in a very stable environment, like there was not much changes in the environment. Managers were just could plan and then control and coordinate for years. There were very the world was not changing at this space where when it is changing now. So but today, if what we see today, like the business environment is fast changing, it is technology driven and globally interconnected. So managers must keep adapting, learning, and collaborating with many different stakeholders, not just owners. So what do you mean by stakeholders here? All the people who are related with the management, who are related with the any organization, like your suppliers, customers, local community, government creators, banks. They all are the stakeholders of the organization. So we will start with the characteristics of contemporary business environment. The first characteristic is turbulence and demand for continuous change. What do you mean by turbulence? Turbulence means that The market, customer taste, regulation, and technology keep shifting, right? They are not at the stable pace. They are changing every moment. They are very dynamic because of the given circumstances. So what worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. So this is the policy of the this is the statement of today's time. So what it might happen that what policy you used yesterday, what technology you used, it might not work today. So this is called as continuous change. This is called as continuous change in the environment, and this is also called turbulent. There's constantly changes there. Organization must keep revisiting their strategy instead of relying on one fixed plans. That is what we call as contingent. Right? Uh, for example, like organization must not depend on just a fixed plan. It should keep changing with the changing of time. There should be innovation, there should be a creativity at the organization. Otherwise the organization will not sustain for time, because we are living in the era where there is continuous change because of the technology, because of the different environment set. Now, second thing is uncertainty and unexpected events. What we can say about uncertainty? We have seen that in the recent times, like whether it's a COVID time, pandemic was there. This Now what's happening right now is this geopolitical tension, and uh, so we have to the organization have to make changes according to the time, according to the unexpected events that have been happening, because managers don't know that what's going to happen next time. There is uncertainty in the environment. So managers should plan according to that it may happen that the next time there may be some other situation. So in that case, what strategy we should adopt, what leadership skill we should adopt, what are the skills that are required at that time. So that should be decided in advance. Now, the technological advancement. What is technological advancement? Technological advancement means that you are right now you are seeing that there is AI everywhere, artificial intelligence. Everything has automated, like whether it's a recruitment process or the digital platforms are there. Company are using data analytics, like all decisions are made through AI only, artificial intelligence only. So there are these advancements. So managers has to adopt all these things, all these strategy, all these technological advancement. Otherwise it will not sustain in the environment, because other companies are using this AI, artificial intelligence, for recruitment. So they are doing it very quick. In case in at the time if you use the manual process, then what will happen? It will keep your company at back foot. Your company will not progress, right? So you have to be changed according to the technological advancement in the environment. Now, the global economic, political, and social shift. What is this? This means that even a small firm today can source talent, customers, and suppliers globally, and is affected by the trade policy. We all know that there is nothing called domestic now, but everything has become global. In case of think you have to hire a person, right? What will you do in that situation? You will just post the job on the site, and you will get that will be visible to everyone, like whoever are available on the LinkedIn site, or where you posted it, that will be visible on that, so anybody can reach you. So there's no boundary. So your policy should be according to that only. You cannot just keep your things according to the domestic. No, you have to also look for the other country's policy. What are they doing in human resource management, or how their policies are going to affect our policies, and how they are changing. So you have to keep up with that only. E- Economic means like global trade policies. So these all are the things that going to affect your management decision. Political shift are happening, social shift are happening. So customers' expectations are changing, people expectations are changing. They are prioritizing different things. Like now, people prioritize their work-life balance more rather than working for long hours. So these things have come into this dynamic sense, dynamic time. So we need to keep these things in our mind while while making any policies in the organization. Finding alternative ways of working, what does it mean? It means that you have seen the recent time that there when there was COVID, there was pandemic, companies started working from home, right? There was not there was restriction on the commutation from the office to home and home to office. So they made a like this policy of working from home. In that case, the work will not get affected, and company will be running. So this is called as the alternative wage of working. So like hybrid work, gig work, you must have. This is a very recent phenomena in the human resource management. Like people are working on the contractual basis. They are like people working in like Rapido, Zomato. They are called gig workers. They are working for certain duration, and they are being paid according to that duration only, right? Hours are flexible. Like now that was the time when you had to sit in office from 9 to 5 or 9 to 7, but now you can choose your work hours according to you. That it is very flexible. You can work from home, you can choose your hours. So there dynamic change in the working environment. And you also have to provide this lifelong learning opportunity for employee, because you know that time have changed. Now there's AI, there are data analytics. So you cannot keep your employees to restricted to only certain skills. You have to provide them certain skill training, otherwise they will not learn more and they will not be useful for your companies. Now, the fostering creativity and innovation at workplace. Obviously, in this dynamic environment, you cannot keep your employee. You have to be creative. Your employees have to be creative, and innovation should happen at the workplace. Otherwise, your organization will not survive for long term. Creating a collaborative and productive workforce. Gone are the time where work was limited to only doing routine work. Now the workforce has to be productive. Then only they can survive in the work environment, and the environment should be a collaborative one. So now the management has shifted from the mainstream orientation, that is profit maximization, to multi-stream orientation, that is responsibility to all stakeholders. Previously, it was there only profit mattered for them, for the organization, but now it comes to the responsibility to all stakeholders. Like if there are some customers of your organization, you also have to take care of their need, their preferences, their changing tastes. So you need to take care of all these things, and along with the profit maximization. You cannot just depend on the profit and just making profit all the time, but ignoring your customers, your stakeholders. That should not happen with the recent organization. Otherwise, your organization is not going to run for the long term, because they are the asset for the any company. Right. So these are the characteristics of contemporary business environment. You need to take care of all these things while running your organization. So what are the characteristics? Turbulence, uncertainty, technological advancement, global economic, political, and social shift, finding alternative ways of working, lifelong learning, fostering creativity and innovation, collaboration, and productive workforce. These all are the characteristics of contemporary business environment. Now we will go to the next slide. Definition of management. Obviously, before going into depth, we should know that what is management, what is its nature, what is its purpose. So this is very important to know. So as we all know that management involves coordinating and overseeing the work activities of others so that their activities are completed efficiently and effectively. It means that coordinating, what do we mean by coordinating and overseeing? It means that managers don't do the work activities of others, but they make sure that different people and departments work in harmony without confusion or duplication. We know that managers' job is what? Managers' job is to oversee the work of others. They supervise the work of their juniors. They do not do the operational work themselves, but they make sure that work assigned to their juniors are completed within the time and efficiently for the organization, right? And there should be harmony, there should be cooperation among all the staffs under working under the managers, otherwise they won't be able to achieve their target. So this is the work of the management. So management involves coordinating and overseeing the work of activities of others so that their activities are completed efficiently and effectively. Now, the second definition is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. What do you mean by this? It means that first we need to understand that what is efficiently. Efficiently means doing things with minimum waste of time, with minimum waste of money and resources. So that means efficiently. Like if you are doing you are completing a task but you are not doing it in the stipulated time, then it is of no use. If you are given a task which you need to complete in just day two, right, 2 days, but you are taking the whole week but you are completing the task, but it is of no use because you have to be efficient with the work. And effectively means you need to achieve the desired goal or results. If you do not achieve it, it means you are not effective for the organization. The process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. It means that process management is ongoing. It's not a one time activity. Managers continuously plan, organize, lead and control. So it's a continuous process. It's not a process that you just one time you do it, then again you don't have to do it. It's a continuous process because it keeps going. And designing an environment means managers create the right structures, systems, policies, culture, and resources so that the people can perform effectively. So, designing an environment is the responsibility of the managers. Managers need to design an environment and maintain an environment in the organization where you can work positively, where there is motivation in that organization, their policies and cultures, resources, all that should be supportive of the staff working there. So it means that management involves everything coordinating and overseeing the work activities and designing and maintaining an environment. They all are the work of managers, and management means doing all these things effectively. So this is the definition of management. Now, basic definition of what we have seen, the overall picture of what is management is. Now, the basic definition of management. As managers carry as managers, people carry out the managerial functions of planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. What does it mean? It means that what do managers actually do? As managers, people carry out the function of planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. Planning means, what do you mean by planning? Planning means deciding what to do in future, deciding in advance, setting goals, making the action plans. These all are the part of the planning. Organizing means arranging people, tasks, and resources to implement the plan. Staffing means getting the right people for the right kind of work at the right work. It is called staffing. Leading and controlling. Leading means motivating, communicating, and guiding the people to work well. Only they will be If they are guided well, if they are led well, then only they can achieve their goal. If your employee are not motivated, then it becomes very difficult to achieve any kind of objective in the organization. So this is very important part, like leading. And what who leads? Managers lead, right? Controlling means checking if work is going as per the standard, right? You before starting any work, what you see, you check for what is the set standard for this work, and at the end you check that whether that goal has been achieved or not. If that is not been achieved, then what are the things that has been lacking over there, so you also need to control those things. So these all are the functions of basic definition of management, and these all are the basic functions a manager play in the organization. Now, management applies to any kind of organization. What does it mean? It means that it applies to managers at all organization level, to any kind of organization like business, hospital, school, NGO, government department, or even your college fest committees. Right. So it's not about just management is only for certain particular organization. No, management, if there is a system, if there is a people are working there for achievement of a work, for an objective, that means that management should be there. Even you can think of in your college, there are people, they see the work of college, right? So in that case, management also applies to all kind of organization, whether it's NGO, whether it's government organizations. So whether people, wherever people are working in collaboration, their management applies. It applies to managers at all organizational level. It means that all organizational level means top level, middle level, and lower level. Right? Who are the people at the top level? CEO. If you take an example of your college, then who are the top level managers? The your college principal, your dean. So they are the top level managers. Middle level managers means who see the middle level works, right? Who supervise the lower level employees. So they are called like HODs, branch managers. They are the middle level managers. Now the lower level means supervisors, team leaders, right? So they see the work of their juniors. So these all are the level of the managers. So managers work at all organization level. The aim of all managers is the same: to create a surplus. It means creating surplus. Surplus means what? It means that whatever cost the organization put, revenue should be greater than that. Then only that, in that sense, you can say that organization has made the profit. So managing is concerned with productivity, which implies effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness means achieving the right goals, efficiency using minimum resources, and productivity means output versus input. It increases when we both are effective and efficient. So these all come under the basic definition of management. Now we'll go to the next slide. This is objective of management. I have already discussed what is efficiency and effectiveness. That what is efficiency? Doing things right, getting the most output for the list inputs. And what is effectiveness? That right, doing the right things, attaining organization goals. So this is called effectiveness. Means if you have used less resources, right, but you have not achieved the objective. What does it mean? It means that you are not efficient. And effectiveness means you have no. Efficiency means you are given a task for like a week to complete, but you got it completed in just like a month. It means that you are not efficient. And effectiveness means doing the right things, like doing your task, completing your task. That is called effectiveness. Attaining organization goal, and efficiency is getting the most output for the list inputs. Now objective of management. Efficiency, effectiveness. What does it mean by efficiency? Means resource uses, like how much resource you use for a task to complete. If it is a low waste, then it means that you are efficient. And if goal has achieved, it means that you are effective. So management strives for low resource waste and high goal attainment. So they both are the, like, being efficient and be effective, they both are the goal of any organization. If they both are present in the organization, then organization will only be called as successful. Who are managers? Tell me, who are managers? Managers means someone who coordinates and oversee the work of other people so that the organization goal can be accomplished. I have already discussed how managers coordinates and oversee the work of other people. And what are managers has status? Status means that manager has the authority to tell others what to do. Right, managers are in the position they can tell other people that what they have to do, and they have to do it because they are working under the manager. So manager has status. Power, earns more money. That obviously wherever there is managers, the salary of the managers is more than the other workers, so they earn more money than workers, so it means they have the power. Now, influence. Obviously, whoever is working at the managerial post, you have to be you have to take order from them and you have to complete it, like have a chance to make difference in the other people lives. Means that managers work is also to lead people, so in that sense also to motivate people. So in that sense you can make the difference in other people's life mm, by leading them, by making, by being a leader for them. So they all are the managers. Now we will go through the classifying managers. Managers classification. Managers are working at different levels in an organization. They are first line managers, middle managers, and top managers. Who are the first line managers? Individuals who manage the work of non managerial employees. Middle managers, individuals who manage the work of first line managers. And top managers are individuals who are responsible for making organization wide decisions and establishing plans and goals that affect the entire organization. So, this is the classification of managers. First line managers are responsibility of the first line managers, supervising workers on a daily basis, assigning tasks and duties, monitoring employee performance, maintaining discipline, and solving operational problems. So these are the responsibility of the first line managers. So first line managers are the individuals who directly supervise and manage the work of non-managerial employees, and they are the lowest level of management and have direct contact with the employees. As they are supervising the lower level employees, they have the direct contacts with them, so they can directly supervise them, they can tell them what they have to do. For example, if you take an example of the first line managers, who are the first line managers? Supervisor, team leader, foreman, shift in charge. So they are the example of the first line managers. Now comes the middle managers. Middle managers means middle managers are individuals who manage the work, who manage and coordinate the activities of first line managers. First line managers oversee the work of their juniors, but the middle managers have the responsibility to see the work of the first line managers. So they act as a bridge between top management and lower level management. The middle managers act as a bridge between the first line managers and the top management. Now, what are the responsibilities of the middle level managers? Like implementing policies set by top management. Whatever policies are set are given by the top management, the implementation work is done by the middle managers only. They implement the policies. And coordinating activities among departments, like there are different departments in an organization, like marketing department, HR department, product department, production department. So there are different departments in the organization. So coordinating among them and coordinating activities among departments is the work of the middle managers. Now, monitoring departmental performance, see to check whether they have been performing or not, they have been achieving their goal or not. So it is the responsibility of the middle managers to check the departmental performance. Communicating information upward and downward, like if any suggestion is given by the lower management, lower level employees, it is being sent to the upward, like top management, through the communication by the middle managers. And if top manager has set any guidelines for the lower level management managers, so it is the work of the middle level managers, it is the responsibility of the middle managers to inform the lower level managers about what is being said by the top managers. So these all are the responsibility of middle managers. Yeah, one more thing, training and guiding first line managers is also a responsibility of middle level managers. If we take an example of middle level managers, who are the middle level managers? Department manager, branch manager, plant manager, and regional managers. They all come under the middle level managers. Top managers. Who are the top managers? Top managers are individuals who are responsible for making organization wide decisions and establishing plan and goals that affect the entire organization. And they occupy the highest level of management. And what are their responsibilities? Setting organizational vision and mission, formulating long term strategies, making major decisions, allocating organizational resources, representing the organization externally. So these all are the work of the responsibility of the top managers. Who are the top managers? CEO, Chief Executive Officer, Managing Director, Chairman, President, they are all are the top managers. So these all are the classification of the managers, first line manager, middle managers, and top managers. This is here it is given diagrammatically, like top managers, middle managers, first line managers. Organizations generally have three levels of management, which I have already discussed. These all are the levels of the managers. Now, where managers work, organization, we all know that if managers are there, they must have been working somewhere. So that place is called organization. And organization is defined as a deliberate arrangement of people to accomplish some specific purpose that individuals independently could not accomplish one. So this is called an organization. An organization, it means that an organization is a group of people intentionally brought together to achieve a common objective that would be difficult or impossible for a single person to achieve alone. Right. For example, you can take example of an hospital. There, doctors are there. They are brought together to treat patient. Nurses provide care. Pharmacists supply medicines. Administrators manage operations. So these all are the examples of the organization where people are working together to achieve an organization goal. What are the common characteristics? Obviously, if it's an organization and people are working towards a goal, they have a distinct purpose, they have a goal composed of people, have a deliberate structure. So this is called organization. Organization can be school, hospitals, company, NGO. So they all have a certain role, and an organization cannot function effectively without all these people. An organization consists of people like managers, employees, workers, specialists. So these all are the people, they are working in the organization. And what do you mean by deliberate here? Deliberate means that it has a planned structure. that defines rules, responsibilities, authority, reporting, relationship. So it is being made properly to give a to achieve a goal, right? So their roles, responsibility, authorities are all defined accordingly. Who has to play what role, who has to given what authority, what are the responsibility, how they are divided among the people. They all are being framed deliberately. So it's a deliberate arrangement of people. So everybody knows what they have to do, who they report to, and who has the authority. So this is called organization. Like college as an organization, right? Now we come to what managers do. So there are three approaches to defining what managers do. What are these approaches? First, functions they perform. Second, roles they play, and skills they need. We all know that managers perform functions, managers perform some tasks, so they have the different functions they perform, they have the different roles in the organization, and uh, for that they need certain skills. So that this is all about a managers. So there are three approaches: functions, roles, and skills they need. Functions that managers perform. What are the functions? Functions are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, what I have already discussed. Now, this will be discussed in detail. Planning means goal directed. It means that you have to define a goal. If you are a manager, you have to define a goal. You have to establish, frame certain strategies to achieve the goals and develop plans according to that. And you also have to check whether these activities are coordinated or not, communicated to the people or not. So these all are the aspect of a planning. So it's a goal, right? It should be towards achieving the goal. Now comes the organizing part. Organizing, deliberating structures, arranging and structuring work to accomplish organization goal. It means that organization involves arranging resources and assigning responsibilities to achieve organization goal. And what activities they do? Dividing work into tasks, assigning duties, allocating resources, establishing authority relationships. So they all are the activities of an organizing. What are the activities? Dividing work into tasks, assigning duties, allocating resources, and establishing authority relationships. These all are the part of the organizing. Like, for example, if you take an example of a college, so there are different committees are formed. Why they are formed? So for examination there are different committees, for cultural events there are different policies, different committees, and for admission. So they all are the different committees, and they have the different tasks assigned to them. Some group has to look after the examination, some people have to look after the cultural events that has been happening in the college, and some has to look after the admission process. So this could be an example of the organization part. Now the leading means dealing with people, working with and through people to accomplish goals. It means that influencing, motivating, guiding, and directing employees to achieve organizational goal. Motivating employees, communicating effectively, resolving conflicts, and building teamwork. These all are the activities of leading. For example, if you take an example of an HOD, what HOD does? HOD motivates faculty members to improve teaching quality and student performance. So they, in that sense, they motivate the other employees, other faculties to improve the teaching quality. So this is also called leading. Now, the controlling part. Controlling means achieving results, monitoring activities to ensure that they are accomplished as planned. Means that setting performance standards, measuring actual performance with the prior set standards, and identifying the deviation and taking corrective action according to that. For example, a manager checks whether departmental targets have been achieved and takes corrective measures if necessary. To so all these are the functions of a managers. So we can say that managers plan, managers organize, they lead, and they control. So these all are the functions of manager. Means plan what needs to be done, organize resources to do it, lead people to perform the task, and control and evaluate results. So these are the functions of managers. Now we will see the management functions, as we have already discussed what we do, what managers do in planning and decision makings, organizing, determining how best to group activity and resources, leading, motivating members of the organization to work in the best interest of the organization, controlling is monitoring and corrective ongoing activities to facilitate goal attainments. So they all involve four basic activities: planning and decision making, organizing, leading, and controlling. So these all are the functions that is being performed by the managers. But in this picture, what we see that dotted arrows show that most managers engage in more than one activity at a time and often move back and forth between the activities in unpredictable ways. Means at the same time they are guiding the employee, at the same time they are also planning and taking decisions. So they both can work together. So these both functions can work at the same time. So manager has to be involved in all these processes at the same time also. So we can say that this is a process which is continuous going on. Planning functions means identifying organization goal and strategy at the time of strategic change, fine tuning, managers call meetings, set agenda regarding what will be discussed, communicate departmental goals, strategies to people who interact with customers and suppliers, designing and encouraging change and innovation, negotiating and making incremental change to ongoing plans and resources. So these all are the part of the planning functions. First, we identify, manager has to identify what should be the goal of the organization. Then again, what should be the strategy to achieve that, and what should be the time frame for achieving that. You cannot just set a goal and cannot and not decide a time frame. You have to achieve certain goal within the stipulated time. Now the organization goal has been set, strategy has been framed. Now managers call meetings and set an agenda. Managers call all people and they all sit together and set agenda what to do next. Communicate departmental goals. Every department has a different goal. For example, if we take an example of production, they have to produce they have to produce certain units within a certain time. And if we take an example of marketing, they have to market certain products in a certain time. HR, they have to HR's work is what? Recruitment, selection, compensation, benefits management. So they have to recruit few people, certain people according in the stipulated time only. So communicate. So it is the part of the planning functions to communicate all the goals to every department and to people who interact with customers and suppliers. Designing and encouraging change and innovation. I have already discussed the contemporary management goal. Right? So where there is change and innovation is much needed in today's dynamic environment. So designing and encouraging change is very important for any managers if they want their organization to be successful and to sustain in this very unpredictable time. Negotiating and making incremental change to ongoing plans. If plans are going on and resources are there but there some changes are there, so in that case negotiation is also part of a planning functions. They all are the planning functions. Controlling means I have already discussed that set a parameter. According to that, you see that whether you achieve that standard, set a standard or not, where are the deviations. So that is called controlling function. means ensure members' actions are consistent with organizational values and standards. Members have also has to check whether the organizational values and standards are according to the organizational goal or not, right? Their actions are consistent with the organizational value or standard or not. So they also have to this is also a function of controlling. Purpose is controlling people and information, use of rules, regulation, policies and procedures to control over internal external information, bureaucratic, market control, clan control. So they all are the part of the controlling function. We will discuss the controlling function in detail in the next part of the lecture, where we will discuss the market control and clan control separately. Now we come to the end of this chapter. So thank you all for joining the session, and please give feedback at the end of the session. Thank you so much. Let's end this lecture.